This playthrough is rated T for teen.
Why oh why did I have to now dress up in full metal in a ice-cold cave? It stings me to the core! Greetings and salutations, viewers. Vauldemare back here with another episode of Baldur's Gate Dark Alliance. In the last episode, we headed towards the ice cave and found it quite filled with like gnolls and ogres and such things. And we were, God, what a good start to the episode. And we were able to beat it back for the most part pretty easily, but we had a few hiccups there every once in a while. And now we're in the ice cave, which is filled with Yeti scum. And well, they are a handful. Let's just say that. Why are you chasing after me? Why are you always picking on me? But luckily with the sword of Mordenkainen, we can handle such issues. There we go. Easy peasy, Gary Teasy. So here we go. Find that dang teleport around here somewhere. Yes, I think this whole cave has nothing but a Yeti in it, but I could be wrong. It's been a while. I was actually trying to see if I could actually finish him off before he even got to me. Possible. Possible. But you're almost more annoying than ogres. Just because I can you kind of have the strength, HP, and everything else, while ogres are kind of slow. You're kind of a yeah, just let the sword take him out. He has to do the typical trick where I just run away every time. Yeah, I'll probably have to heal here. Oops. Ooh, nice. Oh, he's not even recognized. For a while there, he wasn't even recognizing he was getting hit or anything like that. I'll be like, well. How lucky for me. Of course, I will use up my arrows pretty fast, but that's what they're there for, so no! Stay away! You're not like Harry and the Hendersons, that's for sure. No. Or was that Yeti from Monsters, Inc. or whatever, voiced by John Ratzenberger or whatever, who always seems to have a line somewhere in a Pixar movie, I think. Although, I'll admit it's been a while since I've watched any Pixar movies. I'm trying to remember the last one I actually watched. I think it was Inside Out. I think it was the last one I watched. Yeah, I don't know why I haven't been watching any of their later stuff. Then again, I haven't been watching movies in general lately, really. Just hasn't been, either I'm working on some project or doing this or something else, so probably shouldn't have just ran on in there. Although I could probably get some, fire going on. That's Betty. Get that sword back out. Right. Nope. I was saying that might be good enough. But, aha. Yeah, I shouldn't have just ran in that one area. So, oh well. No, there isn't. You're just not trying hard enough. You just gotta shonen it up, or however they do, where they just say, "I'm too weak." Oh, but with the power of friendship. Ugh. Every time I hear that in like certain type of shows, when you're a kid, you're all into it, but when you get older, you're like, you just want to start gagging. You're like, my God. Anyway, more Yeti. Oh right, I don't have the sword. I don't know why I wasn't getting ready for that. Yeah, just start attacking him, dude. I'll be right over here. I'm cheering on you from the sideline, sword. Go, team sword. Whoa, oops. Okay, I'll help that. Why not? You're being a pretty good partner. Rather have a talking sword as a partner than other types of partners. Actually, there's sort of something like that. I think it's Tales of Destiny. I think it was where all the main characters had talking weapons. I like how the sword during the cutscene was like, "Peace out! I'm out of here. I'm not dealing with these." Oh, by the way, these are displacer beasts, aberrations that can. Actually, I don't think they're supposed to be able to disappear. They're supposed to either be able to blink or displace themselves, so they look like they're invisible. But what they do is they make it look like there's two of them at once. So, and they attack you with those little tentacles. And yeah, unfortunately, they turn invisible. So I'm not sure if there's really a good specific way to save against them other than maybe hitting them and making them bleed. But luckily we have the Sword of Mordenkainen, so yeah, it could just do the job for us, because no matter if they're invisible, the sword will automatically find them. Maybe a little bit of a design flaw in the concept, like, hey, perhaps the sword shouldn't be able to find them either. Although that would completely negate the spell, so yeah, technically I don't have to do anything. I just have to block their attacks. I just have to be facing the right direction though, so hey. Alright. Yeah, they're actually pretty nasty opponents because they can go invisible, especially in hard mode, but with the power of the sword, nothing can stop us. They're pretty cool beasts. I think I showed it off when for those who saw when I played the arcade game, we fought the Displacer Beast. Yeah, basically just a panther with tentacles on its back, for all intents and purposes, but still a cool creature. Yeah, more. Looks like this whole area is Displacer Beast. Yeah, I guess I was wrong when I said, oh, I guess there's only Yetis on this cave. No, there's Panthers of Doom here. Don't go away, sword. Come back! Come back! Oh, wait. But that's probably why the Displacer Beasts don't have as much HP, because so they can go invisible, so it's not to offset their power. But they did just expect the power of the sword. Come here, you. The cat's like, meow! 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 Unfair! Unfair! Yeah, I'm just sitting here. You can try to sneak attack me all you want, dude. It ain't gonna work. Ain't gonna work. Too bad they don't drop anything. Or at least I haven't seen it anyway, so. Oh, looks like there's a save spot up there, too. I don't remember what the history of the Displacer Beasts are, though. I think they've been around since at least 2nd edition. I don't know if they've been around before that. Yeah, 2 of these guys would be pretty heinous, but we're just kind of taking the licks, you know, like a Tootsie Roll Pop or whatever. I think they did, I remember they did a study about that where it took like 50 licks or something like that, or 200 depending on your lick strength or whatever, something gross like that. Yeah, too bad the game doesn't have like an ability to kind of turn off Mordenkainen, sort of like if you summon it and then you want to bring it back for whatever reason. You can't really do that. I mean, why would you want to? But I like the ability to be able to like turn off your spells if you really decide you want to, but not seeing any secrets, so anyway, let's save it. Yeah, definitely a nasty surprise if you weren't prepared for it, like if you're the archer or the dwarf. I don't know if you really have, other than just blocking and attacking when it comes close, because that's the only time it shows itself, is when you're close to it, so you kind of just have to block and attack it. I guess that would be the strategy, just wait and hit. Up. Would prefer the Displacer Beast. Okay, well anyway, we have to deal with the Yeti. Oh, thanks for dropping some arrows. I didn't know Yetis carried bows and arrows. They must have do it recreationally or something like that. You know, they took up the sport. They saw the Avengers and saw Hawkeye, and they said, that's pretty cool. But, no, oh, more than the gun. Might swap to Burning Hands for a little while since we got a decent amount of MP. I mean, yeah, it means getting closer, but, oh come on! Up here goes another one. I got a helmet, although it's not that good, but hey. Uh-oh. Didn't expect to see something pop up. Yeah, I'll use another one so I can get some Burning Hands out of the way. Burn. Do it. Suffer. Suffer the heat of the danged. Or the damned. I don't know why I said danged. I think we're all adults here. We know what I'm saying. Well, that is rated T, so I can go. How's my arrow situation, dude? 80? Okay. How's my potion situation? Good, good. Evening out quite well. Just make sure I have enough for the bosses. No, we're already done. On to the next. Down to level 2. That didn't take us very long at all. Probably because the displacers were supposed to be a bit more of a challenge, but nope. No, they weren't. Alright. Level 2. What new traps and tribbles? Oh god. Did he do was I already that low, or did he just do like a ton of damage to me? I'm not sure. Anyway. Yeah, just one. I think my HP was a little low, but I think he got a pretty good hit on me too. Oh yeah, that's another way with the sword to guess like where the displacer beast is gonna attack you from. Just follow the sword, and you're like, oh, that's where he's gonna come. Although the AI usually ends up attacking you from the same spot, usually multiple times. So yeah, I do kind of feel bad about having the sword do all the work, but no, there was. Oh, I didn't even know that one was there. Thank you, sword. You showed me the way. I followed the sword in this case, but it's almost like poetry. It rhymes. Look at that. I'm not talking about me rhyming. I'm talking about the sword attacking the displacer beast. Just something poetic about it. Yep, I saw that one on. Oh, 2 of them. I'm totally unprepared for 2. Just watch as I prepare myself for 2. Blocking all attacks with the mighty block button. Watch as your mighty ability to turn sort of invisible, even though technically you're supposed to be making it to where there's 2 of you in one spot. That's usually what their strategy is. Is basically when you attack a displacer, there's like a 50-50 chance you hit the image instead, and so that's why the fights can be dangerous and take a little longer if you're not in a party or if you're by yourself. But in this game, you just need a level. I'm trying to remember what level Mordekai's sword is. I think it's actually level 7. So you just need to be like level 15 wizard or something like that. Or let's see. I think it is level 15. You'd have to be to cast Mordekai's sword or something like that. But we don't have the luxury of being level 15 yet. We're close. Like, where were we, like 11 or 12 or something like that? I guess I could help, since the sword does stagger them every once in a while, so I don't have to let the sword do all the work. Let's see, potion, nice, healing, gold, gold. Up, there you are, haha. Got a good hit on me, but you died for the effort. Was it really worth it? I don't know. I don't think so. Oh, there's another way to tell. Obviously, is when the water ripples or whatever. That means the displacer beasts are nearby. That's probably why there's supposed to be pools of water near almost every encounter of them, because it's supposed to give you an idea of where they are if you don't have the sword. Or some way to... Uh-oh, winter wolves! The difference is winter wolves can actually breathe ice on you. I thought we were done with the wolves, but no. But yeah, they're basically wolves that can breathe ice, and it's dang annoying because they can slow you down. Okay. So basically it's the floor, ow. Yeah, it does a little bit of damage, but it's there to, ow. Ow, stop it. Luckily you can semi-block their ice breath. I think they're supposed to be called winter wolves. I could be wrong, but I don't remember every single enemy description in the game in D&D. It's been forever since I've gone through a monster manual just to see like everything that's in it. So I'd be surprised if I forgot a few. But usually in a lot of these D&D games, they tend to use the most well-known of the monsters. Frankly, they very rarely do any of the like the obscure ones. If they do, they save them for like a boss or something like that. You guys did a decent amount of damage to me, but there we go. Yeah, I don't know what I'd rather deal with. I think I'd rather just deal with the displacers than the... Oh. Okay. Got a good hit on me. I'll give you that much. Yeah, I'll have to go back to the other area at some point, but for now, we'll keep going one direction. Nope, nothing there. A dead end. For there be no treasure there. We continue on, said the elf to herself. And unfortunately, the winter wolves are just as fast as their counterparts. So, except they can breathe ice, which means they have a bit of a ranged attack. Oh god! Oh god! The sword may not be the best. Yeah, I'll use a couple just in case if they got too close. Because I had to be careful, yeah, if they got just close enough, because they could hit me out of the range and they would have finished me off. I was cutting close there, folks, but the day is saved, thanks to sword. No! I mean, I can summon it again, but I just like joking about how the sword just keeps disappearing on me. It's like, you take care of this crap, I've been doing all the hard work. I'm like, yes, you have, to an extent, but I did summon you. Haha. The power of fire and sword. Should have, instead of a Song of Ice and Fire, should have been a Song of Sword and Fire. You know, would have made more sense. Probably would have had a better ending to the season show if they'd done it with that too. Actually, I've read the books, but I never actually saw the show, so I have no idea. I just heard people say that the last couple seasons were terrible. So that's all I know. There's gotta be a safe spot around here somewhere soon. Oh, nope. Wait, was that a... I thought I heard a music box there for a second. Probably just the background music. Okay, I'm gonna stop using arrows if you're gonna keep running around in a circle like you've always done before. And I just chose ignore. Alright, another one. Attack him, sword. Get him. Get him, Ray! There you go. I guess bow probably would be the best thing to use in this area just because of their ice breath. And even as the dwarf fighter, you're still gonna have a bow. It's strongly suggested to have the bow for any of the characters, no matter what. And the fact is, you're probably gonna have enough money just from, especially single player. Oops. Yeah, you're probably gonna have enough for a bow anyway, or it would have dropped one. So might as well have it in your active. And if you're the dwarf, you're gonna have enough strength to be able to carry all of it anyway. So. I probably should put the rest, maybe put the rest of my stat increases, whatever, you get the rest of the game in strength. I'm still trying to decide how I want. Oh god, that's got to be a giant. That's not an ogre. Yeah, that guy's huge. Whoa! Take arrow sword. I'm rooting for you. Yippee! Yeah, that's got to be a frost giant. Oops. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, it does this classic. Nope. Oh, whew. Okay, good. Yeah, they're pretty. Whoa! The game can't. My system can't handle the awesomeness, even though nothing else is running. Although I do have this. Whoa! Oh, thank you. Yeah, you made it mighty fall. Timber. Although I do have the settings for this setup to almost as max as my computer can handle, so I wouldn't be surprised if it's straining it in certain situations the most. Let's see. Hat. No, just padded one. Yeah, for a mighty giant, that seems kind of a pitiful weapon. But what do I know? Okay. Yeah, we'll probably meet more in here. I won't be surprised, but a nasty foe indeed. Oh, no, there we go. Speak of the devil. That's my arrow situation. Ugh. I have to go back at some point. Because really, I like fighting giants from afar. Sword, are you gonna not like entangle him at all? Or encounter him? Sword, go after him. What do I summon you for? Yeah, I definitely don't want to go into melee with this guy. I mean, yeah, I could block the attack, but just gotta keep moving. That way I can. Oh, should have moved. Yeah, should have moved away. Sword, attack him. I think it's just because the way his uh-oh. Ah! Stop! Stop it! Oh, or instead of HP too. Or not HP, potions. It's like, stop hitting me! I gotta get closer so I can... That must be like the AI or like his hitbox is why the sword won't attack unless I go right on him. Because usually you can attack him if he's... Okay, good. Within a certain range. Nice. Oh, you dropped some arrows. Thank you. Thank you. Definitely a strong opponent. Not just because of his size, but girth. You know. Ooh, let's see. Anything in there? Nope. Okay, so how's our map situation doing? Yeah, let's go down this pathway now. Oh yeah, those are where we started fighting the winter wolves. Some more. Now, whose ability is stronger? My fire or your ice? Or your bite? Probably your bite. Ha. Yeah, definitely fight some more. I like the when the music does kick in. I do like the little kind of the ice jingle that they've got going on. That seems to be. I mean, most of the music in this game is ambiance, so I mean that's the point of it. It's there to set a mood, but not actually be the biggest thing. That's that's usually the difference between like Western games and Eastern type of games. Usually Eastern music will make dynamic music for certain scenes and stuff like that, you know, setting up the moment, while Western themes will set it up via, you know, background noise and ambiance, so you kind of get the feeling of the setting without distracting you from what you're currently doing. So I think both work, depending. It just depends on the game. Like, I don't think I'd want to expect a Japanese RPG theme playing during this game. It would just seem so out of place for what the game designers were intending for this. So at least that's how I feel anyway. But what do I know, right? I mean, even Eastern game designers who made games based off Western sentimentalities did the exact same thing. I mean, Dark Souls is a good example. Well, Dark Souls, like Kingsfield, Bloodborne, although they do have pretty dynamic music when it comes to the boss, which usually, I mean, even Western games usually give some type of different theme when you're fighting a boss, just to kind of set up like, hey, this is a boss, be careful, yo. More ice giants or frost giants, or there is a difference, but I don't remember what the actual difference is. Yeah, the sword once again is not attacking him until I get like right up on him, which is really dangerous. Oops, wasted an arrow because I was trying to hide from him. Ow! Stop being accurate. Jeez, stop it. Oh, what? What? I was behind the pillar. What the heck? That shouldn't have hit me. Well, luckily it wasn't that far back because I saved it not too long ago, but still, that was really obnoxious. Huh. Good thing I saved it every time I came back here, but yeah, I was behind that pillar. That shouldn't have hit me. Huh. Well, like I said, that's really annoying. Like, that shouldn't have hit me. Oh, well, whatever. Nothing I can do about that. It happened. Well, at least this is better than the other Dark Alliance game I'm playing, that's for sure. Yeah, probably at the same time I'm playing this, I'm actually playing, oh wow, see, this is why you don't want to get in a melee range. It's like, you know, when you play a game of death with a Sicilian, you know, it's the same thing. Yeah, you definitely don't want to get hit by this. Yeah, that thing almost one-shotted me. That was heinous, dude. Heinous. Ooh, we got some shoes, though. Yeah, I'll probably have to go back and get some. If I encounter another giant, I'll probably go back and buy some arrows. Yeah, I'm not sure which. I know there's a. Well, let's see. Actually, I think it's frost giant. I don't think there is such a thing. Well, I mean, you could make an ice giant in D&D, but I'm talking about like in the monster manual. I think it is frost giant. Ice giant would be just something made up or whatever. Well, I mean, the whole game is made up. You know what I mean. Why is the sword leaving the most inconvenient times? Yeah, and see, the sword went after the wolf like... Oh, yeah, there's golden. Sword went after the wolf when it was pretty decently far away, so yeah, I don't know why the giant needs to be... You need to be so close for him. You'd think it'd be a bigger target or a bigger hitbox, but... Probably something weird. Maybe something in the coding, I'm not sure. Oh, another giant. Yeah, I'll probably finish off this wolf and then winter wolf and then come back. I didn't mean to go into your ice cave, dude. Ah, you didn't even get to do that damage to him before. Oh no! Ah, you got me. Good thing I saved it when I went back though. Man, they're hitting me just by like pure luck. Okay, there's not luck involved. You know what I mean. Alright. Oh, yeah, this way. Okay. Let's go ahead and sell everything and just buy some more arrows since we're almost out anyway, so. Out of my way, dwarves. You dwarves.
Never will you see such fine steel as you will in this shop.
Yeah, padded boots. Yeah, no, we're close, so.
Swords, axes, hammers. We have more than enough weapons for everyone.
Should I buy a few more?
If you feel the
Yeah,
need
especially
to
if I'm going to be
part
fighting more ice giants, I better do that, so. Actually, that was my potion situation. I might need to buy some more just because I'm fighting this. Yeah, I'll buy a few more just in case it gets like too hairy.
Are you looking for anything in
Should
particular?
be enough. Okay. Let's go back. At least I'm being a bit more prudent with my saving this time around instead of saving it like... Actually, let's go and save it again. Like, every time I pass by the saving thing. You know, I always forget that one rule is that always be saving, you know. Like, even though I tell people to always do that, yet I tend to forget it myself every once in a while because I'm, like, just in a moment or whatever, and you're focusing on that instead of actually, like, hey, by the way, you should save it. You just did something important, and you're right near one. Go back and do it. You think I remember that, like, pretty fondly, rememberably back in the day of playing old games, especially old RPGs on gaming consoles where Final Fantasy, where you could like die to some cheap like gas dragons or something like that from the first game, or some other RPG that had like really hard dungeons, you know. But sometimes you know, as they say, the history is doomed to repeat itself if you forget it or something like that. Oh yeah, gotta get close. And too bad I can't just block your rock attacks. Holy crap! Seriously, you're like, how are you almost one-shotting me? Holy crap! This is bull hockey. Oh my god, I ran all the potions. Jeez. Holy crap! That was bull crap. What the heck, man? Come on! Yeah, giants are nasty just because I don't really have any good spots to hide from the rock attacks. Well, at least with the trees, you had a pretty good shot. Like, if I can get the dwarf, or I was about to call him a dwarf. He is a very tall dwarf, yes. God, he hit me in that run rock and almost one-shot me. I cannot believe it. Well, I can, but I don't like it. Yeah, I just gotta do the ring around the rosy thing again just to survive this thing. Yeah, I gotta remember, I'm playing hard mode. I can't just, like, forget that, you know. That, they punch harder in this mode. Boom. Thank you. Yeesh. God, I can't believe he used that many potions back to back because he kept getting good shots on me. Oops. Yeah, you're nothing compared to that frost giant. If I remember correctly, well, actually most giant can tend to be evil in these games, but I think there's a few good aligned giants, and frost giants are... I think storm giants are the only good aligned. And they're actually, weirdly enough, the strongest. Usually, you would think the evilest of giants would be the strongest race, but no, it's a storm giant. From what I remember, storm giants are the strongest out of all of them. I think they got the highest CR or difficulty rating, or however you want to. I know originally in second edition there was actually no, there was a difficulty rating, wasn't there? I was about to say there wasn't, but no, there is. If you look at them, they kind of give you an idea of like challenge, but they don't call it challenge rating. I think that was like later games they added challenge ratings, so if you didn't want your adventurers to fight against them, you wouldn't set it unless you knew what their challenges. But the whole thing about the whole old game of D&D was seeing what your players would do with that challenge. Like, oh, they... Seriously? I'm so sick of this crap. No, but yeah, I am. Oh god, now spiders. What next? A Cuisinart? Oh, anyway, let's actually summon something to help. I think these are ice spiders. I don't think they actually breathe ice or anything like that, but okay. Oh, come on, die already. There we go. Jeez. And now we got to that frost giant and figure. Oh, for a second I thought he hit me again. I was like, cool beans. God, I just really can't get away from this guy. Oh my god, he keeps getting good. Ah, jeez. Man, yeah, see, I told you the game still had its own challenges, just even with the sword. It helps, but man. Hard mode, giants, you know. Yeah, let's take care of that giant first because that's just gonna be a headache and a half to deal with. Maybe I can mitigate the damage a bit, but as far as I'm aware, blocking it doesn't really... Whoops, press the wrong button. It doesn't really do... I might have to just resort to melee damage. Or not melee, but like trying to get him into melee, but you have to like get really close. And see, he almost killed me too. Could always let... Wow, how many... I think this is the first time I've showed like my death like multiple times on screen. Like I've died a few times before, but usually it's only like once or twice, and then I kind of get a hang of it. So what I have to do is I'll just have to get in a melee range, let the sword do the damage, and block it. That seems to be that'll help me with my potions, at least. Because at least you can always block attacks. The only problem... Oh yeah, I guess... Okay, seriously, like how did you... I thought if I block, you're not supposed to be able to hit me. I got the stomping, why that worked. But... Oh, maybe it's like in D&D, like if they roll a 20 and crit you, it'll hit you no matter what your defenses are. Maybe that's the idea behind it, is that that's what it is. It's a random variable that he crits me. That's how he's hitting me with a block. I just thought the block mechanic was there just to completely mitigate damage. Oh yeah, I think before I died, I was talking about playing the newer Baldur's Gate Dark Alliance. Actually, it's not called Baldur's Gate. It's just called Dark Alliance. They were just kind of taking the name from it, which I guess that's the name that's a brand name is Dark Alliance or whatever. But I don't know. Even as difficult as this game is, and it's had its fair share of problems, you know, like just with getting cheap shot and stuff like that. But I am playing hard mode. But I don't know. I'm enjoying playing this more than the new game. I mean, obviously I haven't. By the time I'm recording this, I'll probably release this. I'm still playing the game and haven't released my first thoughts on it. So for those who are watching, know pretty much an idea of how I feel. And I was trying to go into that game with a kind of an open mind about, like I heard the reviews were kind of negative towards it, but I'm like, you know what, I'll give it a shot. Try to keep my opinions neutral and see how the game fares. And I don't know, man. I'm almost by the time it's recording, I'm almost done with it. I probably won't say how I feel about the game until I actually release the video about it. Like, all the details. I'll probably sum it up better by then, but let's just say I was... Oh, good. Let's just say I wasn't impressed. That's part. Alright, once again. Oh yeah, I probably had to back up a bit so he doesn't stomp on me, because if he stomps on me, he'll, break through my defense, because he'll probably... I bet it's a case of the hitbox. His stomp probably goes above or behind my block box, so he is able to damage me. Same with the axe. I probably got too close to him and his axe went over my hit detection thing or whatever. So that's probably why I did damage. Because I doubt this game's suffering from... I mean, this game probably has bugs somewhere in there, like, not just spiders, but just general programming bugs. But for the most part, I think the game's pretty well put together. Very few... I mean... Well, I mean, other than maybe the enemy pathfinding and stuff like that, it's a bit wonky at times. But, I mean, for what it is, I thought they did a good job. But I guess I'll save my final thoughts whenever we beat the game. We still got a while to go, though, so... Isn't this fun, folks? Just watching me block attacks while a giant hits me? This is so exciting. I can't wait to see how this concludes. Yeah, I know, this is probably not the way you want me to beat this guy, but... Well, if there was like trees or stuff nearby, so I could archer him to death, I would do that. There you go. Nighty night. But yeah, the guy on hard mode has hit me way too accurately for me to just accept the damage. You know what I mean? I just can't do it. So. It seems to be it's mainly the fire attack that seems to be causing the wolf to go crazy when you hit it. So I got... Oh yeah, there's a pathway there with the spires. That's probably where I'm supposed to go. Oh yeah, probably shouldn't... Well, if I find another giant, I might go back and save it. The winter wolves... Oh, well there it is. Okay. Never mind then. I was actually going to go back and save it. I was thinking, well, if I find another giant, I will. Because then, Well, since there's a save point, I'm going to go back and see... what I missed then, because usually save points means you're hitting the next official area of the map. I've noticed he's only using his ice breath and I'm slightly out of range. That kind of makes sense. Let's see, what is over here? Wasn't that more spiders over here too, or? Okay, well. Yeah, I don't think these guys do any ice breath or anything. I think they're just spiders, just with an ice motif. That's pretty much it. Yeah, still all hit pretty hard though. Let me tell you that, brother. Ow! Stop it! Stop hurting me, man. Yeah, thanks for the night. Oh, uh-oh. Every time he hits him, you get to see that like little ice. I guess I got like maybe a little ice shield on him or something like that, or ice armor. I'm not aware of ice spiders as an actual monster in D&D, but like I said, it's not like there's not much you can do to change a regular spider to be specialized or anything like that. Although really in most things in D&D you can make it up, you know, as you go along, which is usually what I do when I run games. Well, I mean, I use some semblance of an organization and not reliability or reasonability, but I still make up a lot of stuff just to make the story more interesting. Now, could I be a writer for like a big time news show, or not news show, like some big fantasy show? Probably. I've watched some pretty bad writing in some shows recently. I'm like, these are the people they hire? Man, if I really sat down and put myself to work, maybe I could get a job writing for a really crappy sitcom too, you know. But nah, I don't want to do that. Okay, that didn't do too much damage to me. Ow. But the spiders did, though. The nastiest of spiders. Ah, right. Well, yeah, not even getting, you know, most animals would be afeared of the, actually, I should just be, I don't know why I'm not using my bow here, frankly. Ow. I mean, yeah, there we go. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, I don't know why I hadn't been using that. That's usually what I used against the spiders because of how quick they are, and usually they don't stagger very often to the sword or fire spells. So I wonder if they can. I wonder what other spells they could get staggered to. Unfortunately, I don't have Melt. It's Acid Arrow because I wanted to get Mordenkainen's sword, so I have no idea. Oop. I bet there is probably a spell type that maybe staggers certain creatures more than others. I wouldn't be surprised. Because, yeah, sometimes fire will stagger them, but then sometimes it won't do it at all, so with some creatures. Oops. Used a few more arrows than I wanted to. They'll probably tie into each other, I bet. Okay. Let me finish this part, and then I think we might... Well, we'll see how it goes. I was trying to decide if I wanted to call here soon or not. Oop. I got some potions. Nice. Haven't had much weight in the drop of equipment, though. Had a few, but, you know, not enough to really be poignant or worth it, really. Well, most of the gold was from the previous areas anyway, so. Especially the mines when you kill the Drowess herself. Man, I just like the fact she just exploded and destroyed her. It's pretty hilarious. Because I don't remember the Beholder doing that. Which I kind of wish he did. Oh well. Back off, fight point. Point. You eight-legged freak. Thank you. Yeah, I wish I could get enough points at the next level to increase Mordenkainen's sword to 60, but I think the max he can get to is 100, I think. So that would be pretty good, getting a guy who every time he charged would do 100 damage to a creature. But the thing is, the minimum damage is still the same. It's still 1 to 40. So, yeah. Oh well. Okay. I got some good damage on you. Oops. Oh well. Yeah, I always say that every time I miss with a giant spider. Well, we knew that was gonna happen eventually. It's never a game with spiders unless it's one of them's giant. It's the law. You must have giant spiders. Always giant spiders. At least I get Sarah every once in a while with fire. Not all the time, but it happens. Get that sword back. Oop. Maybe use another rejuvenation. I almost kind of wish I had like a fireball or something like that, but or fire shield even for that matter. Fire shield would have been an option as well for if you're playing more melee based sorceress and you're not playing hard mode where you're pretty much required to bait this. Usually the idea behind the sorceress, if you're playing like casual or easy mode, is to basically stock up on rejuvenation potions and maybe get a and obviously I have a melee weapon, but melee do it from range with a bow, and help the ranger, archer character from the back. Obviously, the good combo is the dwarf and elf, but the archer could work with elf too. But the archer would kind of almost have to go into melee more often than the elf. Man, these guys are Never want to see a giant spider the size of a dog jumping at you. Yeesh. You know, I'm not arachnophobic, but I'll admit I'd freak out just a teensy bit if I saw a giant spider come my way. I'm like, okay, that's a bit freaky, man. But if it's a small spider, I'm like, okay, it's a small spider, whatever. So, but that's the difference between being afraid of something and not being afraid of something. Yeah. And we did gain a level. By the way, I don't know, I kind of almost glossed over that because we beat the creature. I'm like, yes, finally. Let me finish this guy off and I might call it an episode. And decide what we want to level up, of course. Nice. Okay, I was hoping to see if maybe this little section closes off here pretty soon, but we got a few more spiders. What did we get? Oh, Amulet of Dexterity. Nice. That helps with AC. No, but if I do that, I lose 2 AC. Although, if I'm getting hit already, it's almost better just to get that Dexterity because that would give me another armor. Well, actually, no, because that wouldn't even out. Although I think technically Dexterity is supposed to help with your. I mean, in D&D, having better Dexterity helps with shooting with arrows, but I don't know if that's actually. I'll have to look that up. That might work in this game as well. Ooh, I didn't know we got more plate gloves. Nice. So I can sell these and equip those. Nice. We're getting some stuff that we would have gotten in Chapter 3 a bit earlier. So, okay. Well, yeah, I think in between episodes I'll probably decide because yeah, that's 24. I could leave the level again and get Mordecai's sword up to the next level, but I think having him at 40 is pretty good right now. So I might leave it at that and maybe finish some other stuff, but I'll decide. Again, lightning bolt would be pretty cool too. So, well, I'll figure it out. So, all right. So, in the next episode of Baldur's Gate: Dark Alliance, we'll continue through the ice caves and hopefully make it to the teleportation gate. What'll await us at the 3rd floor or 4th floor or whatever's at the bottom of this place? Something cold and dangerous, or hot and spicy? Find out next time in the next episode of Baldur's Gate: Dark Alliance. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you next time.